Hello everyone, what is up? So, yes, today is a video where I'm gonna make a hateful rant. Well, hopefully it quite doesn't turn out to be like that. But anyways, so yeah, I talked about things that are annoying when I drive a while ago. It was one of my first videos actually that I made, and that's when I had my iPhone just like plopped up against the windshield. And it was kind of, and I figured why not remake it, hopefully make it better. I guess we'll see. I definitely do notice a difference in my older videos and my new ones. That's one of those where I said 50 times every minute. So let's hope this is better. But anyway, yeah. So I have my killer combo now, I guess, with my GoPro and my mic. The last one I made in the car wash was surprisingly good. Looking back, I was like, maybe making it in a car wash wasn't the best idea because of all the noise. One person commented how he didn't hear any of the supercharger noise. And I was like, well, yeah, you wouldn't if you're in a car wash. Generally, you don't rev your engine, you're at idle. But in this video, I guess we'll see. I did a little bit of acceleration there, so we will definitely find out. But anyway, yes, let's move on. So, things that are annoying when you drive. Well, on the top of my list, somewhere definitely near the top, is going to have to be slow drivers in the left lane. It's such an annoyance, and I'm sure not as much here as it is in Europe, or at least not everywhere in Europe, but in places like Germany where you can only overtake on the left lane, it's definitely got to be much worse than it is here. Here we probably have it a little better than we think we do. That being said, it's still very annoying. All the time, more times than I can count, it happens, and I always try to do the speed limit. I do drive as responsible as I can. Generally, I don't see speeding gets you many places quicker. Maybe it feels like, now I gotta pass this guy. But generally, especially if it's in the city, the next red light, you're right next to it anyway. But, we've all been there where we're late for something, we slept in, something happened, and, we're in a rush to get where we need to go. So we sometimes have to, we want to push a little bit. We want to get there quick, and where we think we can make up time is on the road. And all the time it happens, you're rushing through, and then there's an old lady in a Camry doing the speed limit or below in that left lane. And it is the most irritating. It's happened more times than I can count. And the reason that lady is in the left lane because she's making a left turn within the next 10 miles or so, and she feels the need to already be in the left lane, so she's prepared for the turn. And, it's so annoying. But, many people say, well, you can just pass on the right. That is true, you can, but let's be honest, what's the right lane for? People who go slower generally, or at least the speed limit. And because of that, generally the right lane's slower, and it's blocked up. It is blocked up from the slower drivers. So, not always. Well, sometimes yes you can, in which case you do. And the thing that really annoys me about it is it holds up traffic flow is the first reason. If you're in the right lane, you should be going on the right. If you're going slow, you should be on the right lane. That's what it's for. The left lane is not for cruising. And if you do the speed limit in the left lane, I guess you could justify it by saying, well, I'm doing the speed limit. You can't, say, well, I should go faster because that's illegal. Yes, that's true, but generally you should be going the flow of traffic, which is usually, let's be honest, about 5 to 10 over the speed limit anyway. That being said, it holds up the whole left lane, and then that clogs up the traffic. Everyone's trying to pass it on the right, and it just makes everything more busy, which you never want. That's just annoying. And, real quick, let's try to hear that engine. Woo! Haha. I think I'll pick that up. It is pretty loud. This cable is the cable is kind of annoying, but I'm trying to work around it. So that gets irritating, and it's the most annoying thing is when the right lane is open and everyone's passing, or they get like a quick chance in between, cars to go past, and they pass in the left lane. They're basically cutting the car off every time. This happens 3-4 times. And the person who in the left lane is going slow is just like, what-de-doo? Nothing's happening. Oh, everyone's flying by me on the right and then cutting me off to get back in my lane. Maybe something is going wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Which case, they're either just being ignorant or just completely oblivious to what's going around. And that's just, it is an annoying thing. That being said, the opposite can also be, or at least kind of the opposite. And that's overspeeding. People who drive on the road thinking it's their own private test track and they can do whatever they want, that's very irritating, especially when they think, Fast and Furious is real life and we can do what we want to do. No, you can't. This is the public road. I think if you have, what was a cop on a motorcycle? I think if you have a really nice car, you know, if you have a Ferrari 458 or a Lamborghini Gallardo, and you're doing that, you could say, I get it, you have a supercar, you want to have fun. That's true. Better than being in, you know, a Corolla and doing it. That being said, it's still the public road, and you shouldn't be doing that. And it's very dangerous to everyone around you. You know, they often tailgate. Tailgating is very irritating. It's really stupid, too, to be honest. If you think that, you know, when, especially at high speeds, if you're going, you know, slower, it's not such a big deal. But if you're on the highway and, you know, someone's doing 75 and a 70 and you're flying right behind them on their bumper, I mean, if they even touch the brake, you're right into them. There's no way you can even react fast enough to stop. So that's really, really dangerous. And then swerving in and out of traffic, you can easily cut someone off. Well, you probably will cut someone off. Someone get in any kind of accident, and it's just, I mean, for what? What are you doing? Go on a track, on a nice track day, and enjoy your time there. There's no need whatsoever to be doing that while driving on the public road. So, why people do that? And it's such a stupid thing. I had a guy the other day, he was in a Lexus ISF, so, I mean, he has a quick car. And he was doing that. He was just swerving through everyone, just in and out, cutting everyone off. And I see this guy doing that, and I'm just like, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing? You're going to get yourself or someone else killed. And for what? I really don't get what it's for. Anyway, another thing, this is kind of a small thing, and this kind of goes with the left lane blocking, is when people change lanes really, really slow. It's an AC Schnitzer. Yeah, that's right. 7 series. It's a matte black. It looks really cool. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to see it, but it's pretty. That's very cool. When people change lanes really slow, especially if they're like blocking the left lane and someone's behind them wanting to go and they change really slowly over, just move. Come on, it's not a hard thing to just switch your lane. Again, kind of an opposite thing, when people decide to put their turn signal on and then, for whatever reason, think that if they indicate, that means they are free to go. No, just because you put your turn signal on doesn't mean you can make your turn. If someone is in your way, guess what? They have their road, that's where they're on, you need to wait, find a spot, and then go. Don't just push yourself in. That's not what a turn signal is. So, and I hate that it happens all the time, when they just turn signal on and then just go. And for some reason, they kind of justify it by using a turn signal. That being said, also not using a turn signal is very annoying when you don't indicate, especially if you're on the right lane and then you turn in somewhere and then you just slow down for no reason and you're just like, what are you doing? That's very annoying. People don't use turn signals. It's there for a reason. And right now I kind of have someone being slow in the left lane, which is a little irritating, but hopefully he will move out of the way. We'll see. It's kind of a busy day, and I'm not really in a rush, so there's, for me, no need to really fly around and be all fast and furious. Anyway, so, yes, what else do we have here? We have tailgating, we've done that, turn signals, we've done that. People who think they own the road, we've kind of done that too. A good example, a rearward example, would be the group of bikers with the Range Rover. I don't really want to talk so much about that story, but that was definitely an example, I think. So, yes, right now that BMW 7 is in front of me, that's just what I talked about earlier, and I do want to catch up to him, but I can't really do that. Oh well. So anyway, like I said, this is the part where I forget everything, and then I cut the video off, and then I remember all the things I should have mentioned. I guess distracted driving, I could put in things that are annoying when people drive distracted or under the influence. When anyone's on the phone or they text while driving, that is quite irritating. Let's go. Woohoo! I'm trying to catch up with the BMW here. We'll see. Woohoo! Going fast. So yeah, when people are on the phone, and it's right over here, guys. Let's see. You get the chance to see it. It does look really cool. It's all blacked out. That's pretty awesome. That is very awesome, actually. So yes. So when people drive distracted, either talking on the phone or texting is one of the worst things I can think of. Why you think you can write like a message on your phone while driving, oh, he's behind me now, is just beyond me. And I know that AT&T, ironically I think, considering they're a phone company, does really fantastic videos on texting and driving. And then my parents showed it to me, and ever since I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm never texting and driving. And it's funny because it's not like it's a long message that you send. It can just be, some of the messages in the stories were just LOL or almost there, just short things. And it can wait. That's the point of texting, is that you don't need to respond right away. Otherwise, you could just call them. Here comes the 7 Series by. And so it can wait. That's the thing. So why you would text and risk your life, or in most of the stories where potentially other people, either running them over or something, is just really, really dangerous. Hello. Oh, that is so cool. Same thing with phone calls. I know phone calls doesn't sound as bad, but to be honest, lots of times I see people doing the thing where they put their turn signal on, just go merge over, cut people off, just don't realize what's going on, and then you go next to them and you see, oh, they're on the phone. So I do think a lot of people just cannot multitask. Some people shouldn't be driving to begin with, but then when you add anything else in the equation, it just becomes a nightmare. And phone calls, I do think, are one of them. For some reason, they can't manage to talk on the phone and drive at the same time. So it is annoying when they do that. It just stick to driving, and that's it. Another thing, blasting music. It's definitely distracting. You could say, oh, it's just music. Yes, it is true, but the first thing is first. And if you're listening to music really loud, okay, I get that you like that music. Obviously, that's why you're listening to it. But just because you like it doesn't mean everyone else flying me out of. It's kind of cool. Just because you like to listen to that music doesn't mean everyone else around you does. So, A, turn it down. That's the first thing. And when it's so loud, you can't hear things that are going on. If there's a cop behind you trying to pull you over, which is pretty likely probably, if there's an ambulance trying to get through, a fire truck trying to get through, you can't hear that because your music is so loud. And that's really dangerous. That's not something that is safe whatsoever. I guess we can talk about being under the influence as well. If it's something that's annoying while driving, I think it's probably something more that I hate if you do this. Just because, driving drunk or under the influence of any kind of drugs, to be doing any kind of drugs is already stupid to begin with. There's no need to live your life and be stoned on whatever. And to do it while driving, once again, you're impaired from what your normal feet functions are, and it's a dangerous thing. Once again, not only are you potentially harming yourself, but many other people as well. And all the time you hear stories of people, drunk driving and killing someone else, and lots of times they end up surviving. Not to say that if you drink, you will survive, and if you don't, you won't, but I hear lots of stories of that, and it's the saddest thing in the world, because the innocent bystander that did nothing, that was just driving his car normally, paid for with his life, while the person who was driving drunk and doing something illegal and completely stupid got away. So that's definitely something I would definitely say is annoying, and that's kind of a deep thing, I guess. So I think that's probably a pretty good place to end. Like I said, there's probably things that I'm missing. That's okay. I'm sure you guys can think of some, and if you can, I'd love to hear what you guys think. So, yeah, you can leave a comment down below of things that annoy you when you drive. And if you agree, disagree with my list, sure, I'd love to know that as well. And yeah, I think this was definitely better than my other video. Could it be worse, I guess, is what you could argue. So yeah, why not end it there? One real quick thing I do want to add, and I'm noticing this right now. The light is green here, and we're all standing still for some reason. And I think everything seems to be merging right. Oh, someone broke down. Awesome. That's fun. So, this one first let me in. Thank you. That's not good at all. So, now he's taking a picture. Oh. Actually, you guys will be able to see this. Someone crashed into someone. That's why he's taking... It's like a 4-car pileup. My God. That's not great. So anyway, and there's another broken down car here. What is happening? Maybe they were witnesses. I don't know. I don't think they're in trouble. But when people accelerate from a green light, and then you're moving, and then at some point braking's going on. I get it if you accelerate slow. That's okay. Some car, you may have a fast car, you may not to push your car, so I understand that. But at what point when you accelerate do you need to brake? I see that all the time when I'm moving and then someone's braking. I'm just like, what are you doing? It's a green light. We're moving. There is no point of you to slow down. There's no reason for that. So that I don't really understand, and that's kind of the final thing. We'll end it there. But anyway, like I said, guys, I'd love to know what you guys think on things that annoy you when you drive. That was kind of a cool ending there, I think, that we saw. Yeah, I think that was pretty cool. So I'd love to know what you guys think. If you agree with my list, disagree, thoughts like that. Your opinion is important. I think everyone's opinion is important. You guys are all entitled to it. So yes, guys, if you like this video, I'd appreciate if you hit that like and or favorite button. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, make sure to push subscribe. I just did surpass 300 subscribers the other day, which I once again thank you very much for, guys. All your support is always appreciated. Appreciated is not a word. Always appreciated. And yes, so that is it. I will see you guys next week, and I'm gonna end the video with a nice acceleration here. Woohoo! Supercharger wine. Yes. All right, bye, guys.